Hey there everyone, this is the Laughing Kangaroo coming back with another update video on my solo mining journey. So I've been solo mining over the past year here, and kind of started off with one little BitAxe miner, BitAxe 1366. Then I actually 3D printed this own case. I found the actual designs on Thingiverse. And then I had my buddy go ahead and print it out for me on his 3D printer. And it's actually a nice little stand, sits up on. Don't need to screw it in, it just kind of sits in there. And it's been working pretty great. And then a little while after that, I actually got the Canaan Nano 3. So this was a project for them on Indiegogo, it started off on. So I got in on it then as a backer. They sent me this unit. It worked fine for a while. I did have one mishap. I did have one of the cooling fans did go out in it. So I actually removed that, and then because I do have one less fan in there, I've been kind of monitoring the temps, and I've actually only been running it at middle speed. So if anyone does know where to get a good replacement fan for this, definitely post a link in the comments, and I'll probably get one and try to replace it. But for right now, I wanted to keep on mining, but I didn't want it to overheat, so I decided to go ahead and pop out that fan, because the other two are still running fine, and then just kick it down to medium mode instead of high. So that's been running like that for probably a few months now. Been working great. Again, it kind of decreases my hash rate, but I don't want to risk overheating the main hashing board. So those are my two solo miners. And then I originally started solo mining Bitcoin Cash, but since I wasn't having too much luck there, I did switch over to Bitcoin, the main Bitcoin network, just because if I'm going to hit a block, I want to hit one big. I know the chances kind of decreased because the Bitcoin difficulty is a lot higher, but I still think it'd be cool to hit a block one day and wake up with that nice bag of sats sitting in my wallet. So, and then for the Bitcoin mining, I actually started off with CK Pool. That's a pretty big solo mining pool. You don't have to create an account or anything like that. You just connect to the pool with your address, and then they'll pay out the rewards if your miner actually completes the task. I actually switched to a new one, or kind of a recent one that I found out about. It's actually called publicpool.io. Right there it is, web.publicpool-io. I don't know, it's an open source BTC solo mining pool. I always love open source projects, so I definitely wanted to try this one out. And I do like their dashboard a little bit. Kind of gives you your best difficulty compared to the network difficulty. Shows the block height, the network hash rate, and then down below it does split up your workers. So here you can see my two workers, the BitAxe and the Avalon Nano. It does give you their current stats when they have actually recently talked to it, so that's kind of nice to be able to check on it to see if all of your miners are actually connected and running. And then down below it does have you a grid of your total hash rate. So right here with the two, just because my Canaan Nano is running in medium mode, my total hash rate with the 500 gigahashes is around that 4 terahash, on average slightly under. So, and then one thing that's nice about this one is it does tell you, based on that hash rate, how many years it would take to mine a block. So as you can see for me, it is right around that 4,000 years. So again, chances of hitting one is not great, but again, it's all the luck of the pool and how the network is designed. So yeah, that's a little bit of an update. And then I'm sure a lot of you guys that are watching this who watch other videos are kind of aware, but just recently, I think mid-March, there was actually a BitAxe, I think it was an Ultra. I think the Ultra did successfully mine a solo block. So I'll pull up, there's one post here about it on Cointelegraph that goes through it. And And then if you go to mempool, the Bitcoin Explorer, you can pull up that block. If I go back here, this is the actual block. So right here you can see they mined it on the CK Solo pool right there. And this was mined on a BitX here. Here's the actual block, the payout, all of that stuff. But if we go down here, we can click on that address for the payout, copy that address, and if we pull it up in CK Pool stats, what you'll see is they did go offline, so they're not mining currently, but all of the workers on that account are all BitX Ultras or Gammas. So, yeah, it just shows you that, you know, even though you just have a little miner, you can still just fire one up in your basement, let it run every day, and you never know. You might hit a block and wake up with a nice amount of sats sitting in your wallet one day. So that's an update on my journey. If anyone has any questions, definitely like the video, leave a comment below, subscribe. I'll try to post more of these more frequently. If you guys do like mining videos, I can post one on a couple of other different miners that I have around the house. So that's it for now. Peace.